Am I the whole for cutting off my brother and choosing my child over family who defend his actions? Trigger warning. There will be slight mention of SDA. Hi, I'm a 23-year-old woman, and I'm the proud mother of a beautiful 3-month-old baby girl. Becoming a mom has been the most grounding, life-altering experience of my life. But it's also forced me to face some deeply painful realities about my family, realities I've pushed down for far too long. My family has always been one of those family above everything kind of families. The kind who say things like, he's your brother, forgive and forget, and you'll understand when you're older. They believe that blood ties are unbreakable, that no matter what happens, we owe each other loyalty simply because we share DNA. But I've finally made a decision that goes against all of that. I've officially cut off my oldest brother, and now most of my extended family too. And before anyone calls me cold or cruel, I want you to understand why. When I was 8 years old, my oldest brother was around 20. He wasn't just a big brother, he was a looming figure, someone everyone was a little scared of. But to me, back then, he was just my brother. I didn't know to be afraid yet. Until one day, he crossed every line imaginable. I won't go into detail. It's too hard. But he forced me to do things no child should ever even know about. The kind of things that steal your innocence forever. And it wasn't a one-time thing. It was a pattern, something he did in secret, something I was too young and scared to fully understand. But that wasn't even the end. Fast forward a few years, I was around 15, he would have been about 27. My youngest brother, who was 12 at the time, had the audacity to eat one of his chicken nuggets. That was all it took. One nugget. He lost his mind. He tried to choke my brother out, literally wrapped his hands around his neck over food. I stepped in to protect him like I always did. And that was when he turned on me. He grabbed my face and slammed the back of my head into the floor. Over and over again. My other brothers have had to fill in the blanks for me, because all I remember is a flash of pain, and then nothing. They said the living room looked like a crime scene, blood everywhere. I was rushed to the hospital and taken into surgery immediately. My heart stopped on the table. I died, and I was brought back. It took me 3 years to learn how to walk and talk again. I still have a permanent stutter. A reminder every single day of what he did to me. And what did my dad do? He refused to press charges. The hospital and police stepped in anyway, but the family, my own family, swept it under the rug. It was a moment of anger, they said. He didn't mean it. They even tried to blame me. Our mother was in the hospital during all of this. She's since passed, and I think about her every day. Sometimes I wonder what she would have done, if she would have stood up for me, protected me. But I'll never know. My brother was eventually convicted, but he was released last year for good behavior. I didn't go to the hearing. I didn't write a victim impact statement. I was done. Done reliving the trauma. Done giving him any more power. When he got out, my siblings and I agreed. We wanted nothing to do with him. But my dad, my aunts, they welcomed him back with open arms. They invited him to every family event, every holiday. And I was expected to smile, sit beside him at dinner, let him hold my baby. I couldn't do it. When I tried to draw the line, when I said he wasn't welcome near me or my daughter, I was called rude, immature, and disrespectful. My aunts told me I was too cold, that he's family, that he deserves a second chance. My dad said he should be a part of his niece's life. Absolutely not. I told them clearly, I would not attend any event where he was present. I told them, your house, your rules, but don't expect me to show up. I made it very clear, my daughter's safety and well-being will always come first. And if that makes me the black sheep, so be it. They didn't take me seriously. One day, my aunts and my dad brought him to my house. To my home. A place I thought was safe. I hadn't invited them, hadn't asked for a visit, and certainly hadn't opened my door to him. I didn't even let them inside. I slammed the door in their faces. And then came the barrage. Text messages, voicemails, guilt trips, manipulation. He didn't mean to hurt you. You were dressed too revealingly. I was 8, wearing a hoodie and jeans. You're tearing the family apart. You'll regret this. No. I regret not standing up for myself sooner. Now I've gone no contact. With all of them. My dad. My aunts. Anyone who continues to excuse his actions or invites him around. They don't get access to my daughter. Not anymore. They don't get updates, photos, visits. If they want to see her, they'll have to earn that right back, and he will never be part of her life. My other siblings are torn. They support cutting off our brother, but think I went too far with cutting out the rest of the family. I get it, they're trying to keep some version of peace. But I've been keeping peace at the expense of myself for far too long. My husband is fully on my side. He said, protect our baby at all costs. No second chances. And I agree. I love my dad and my aunts. I grew up in their arms. They raised me when my mom was sick. The thought of cutting them off hurts more than I can say. But what hurts more is knowing that they would rather keep my abuser in their life than respect my boundaries. They say family is everything. But I'm building a new family now. One that's built on love, trust, and safety. My daughter will never have to unlearn love the way I did. She will never be made to feel like her pain is inconvenient. So, am I the a-hole for drawing the line? For protecting my child, even if it means cutting out the people who raised me? I don't know. But I do know this. I would rather have no family than a family that lets monsters back in the house.